Hello everyone, I'm Sean.
This is Hoon.
And we are the Courageour Frights, back once again for another movie review.
Yes.
So now we're covering The Monkey.
The Monkey.
So this is the latest film from Osgood Perkins, who previously did Longlegs, which was quite popular last year.
Yes.
And which I personally thought was a comedy, but and this film is another horror comedy, although this is much more overtly a comedy.
Yes, this is more like a Looney Tunes episode.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like over-the-top, violent Looney Tunes.
Yeah, or what's like a lot of those cartoons nowadays are very violent and stuff. So
yeah, that's
or I mean, what's it called? It's like Ren and I was about to say Ren and Stimpy. That's not it.
That's the popular one these days.
Yeah.
Although I guess they did bring it back.
Yeah.
Alright, so The Monkey is a Stephen King short story that runs about 40 pages or so. It is about a killer monkey doll.
Yes.
That when it clangs its cymbals, someone dies. But because Disney copyrighted cymbals, we have to have a monkey with a drum. And that's a real thing, because apparently Disney copyright monkey cymbal dolls.
Yeah, it's like an old toy that was...
Yeah.
I don't know when that came out. Probably the 30s or something.
It's pretty old. But yeah, apparently Disney copyrighted it for Toy Story 3.
Yeah.
So now we got a drum. And the idea is every time you turn the key, it starts drumming and someone dies.
Yeah.
Except for the person who turned the key. But who dies could be anyone else.
Yeah, it kind of decides whatever. It doesn't really...
Right.
And there's no rhyme or reason or whatever.
And they die in the most over-the-top, overly gory fashion. It's very much like a Final Destination film with more comedy thrown in.
Yeah.
There's a lot of dark humor dealing with death and the ideas behind death. And our main characters, it's sort of like It in the sense that it begins 20 years ago when they're children, and then we get a flash forward to the present day when everybody's an adult. And the one main character has a son of his own who he's very disconnected with.
He wants to, like, not be with him at all. Kind of, like, separate him from this tomfoolery, I guess you could say.
It's primarily because of this monkey. He doesn't want to admit to his son that there's a killer doll that could, like, destroy them all.
Yeah.
So...
Because that just sounds ridiculous.
Yeah, like, and it basically is.
Which I think there was a point in the movie where the guy's like, it's about... What monkey? What are you talking about, a monkey? It's about a doll, a monkey doll. It's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, it's a wacky premise.
Yeah.
And the movie kind of leans into the absurdity of everything. So it is a horror comedy, but the comedy primarily comes from the kills and people's reactions to it.
Yeah. Especially, like, there's scenes about, like, funerals a lot of times. It's kind of... With the exception of the one scene, it's pretty... that's more, like, serious, but...
There's a couple scenes in there that are quite serious, but for the most part, it's kind of lighthearted.
Yeah, because, like, the pastor just, like... He's like, yeah, it might be part of his plan, it might not.
He's like a stoner.
Like, he's like a stoner pastor. It's like, what?
So, yeah, there's a lot of wacky stuff in this movie. I think, overall, it is fairly good. It's a bit uneven at times, like some of the acting's a little goofy. Yeah. Characters are over the top. Nobody acts like a real person.
No.
But that kind of adds to the cartoonish nature of the film.
Yeah.
So it depends on how your viewpoint on that is, but personally I thought it was pretty decent. The kills are crazy.
Yeah, they are pretty gory. They're
very gory, but it's like over the top gore to, again, cartoonish levels.
Yeah, like I said, I was thinking of the name, but it's Itchy and Scratchy from The Simpsons.
Oh, yeah.
Has that same type of gore in it. Like, he's cutting people up and there's like blood everywhere.
Okay, yeah, I get what you're saying there.
Yeah.
It's kind of like an ultra-violent version of, like, the Roadrunner.
Yeah.
Wile E. Coyote or whatever.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's kind of what's going on with this movie. So that's the basic premise without getting into spoilers or anything. I would say check this out if you're into gory kills and very dry, sarcastic humor.
Yeah, it's very...
apparently...
Very enjoyable.
Yeah, apparently this film did well with British audiences, which that would make sense to me because of the dry humor.
Yeah.
Whereas American audiences, it's been more mixed from what I've heard.
I know the guy in our theater that we watched, he was like, he must have been enjoying himself because he was like, sweet Jesus in the back behind us.
I wasn't sure how he was taking it.
It seemed like he was enjoying it, but he did have multiple no, he didn't walk out. He kept saying it over and over again when all like these kills are going up.
So he must have liked it. I don't know. So that's our take on The Monkey.
Yeah.
I feel like I would check it out. It's another Stephen King film.
I know it did pretty well in the box office because it was like $10 million budget, made pretty much 30 million at least.
Yeah,
it's probably 30 million now. There's like a Wikipedia article I'm looking at. So it's 10 million to 11 million, but made 28.5 million. But I don't know when this was actually written. So
right, I think it's more like 30 now.
Yeah,
because this is the second weekend for it.
Yeah,
and we just did our review for Heart Eyes, which we actually saw more recently than this one. And that made roughly the same amount, but at a little bit more expensive budget, but it still broke its even point. So I'd say horror is thriving still.
Going strong. Neon's there to challenge A24 with movies like this.
These very highbrow
highbrow movies.
Where a woman jumps into an electric swimming pool and explodes.
Yes.
That was something.
Yeah. Or
very highbrow.
Or finger going in your mouth because it's like blowing off someone.
Yeah, very highbrow stuff.
Yes.
It's very similar to, well, like they got Finn Wolfhard's upcoming slasher comedy or whatever. That's also neon.
Yeah, that's in it. Because
that was in a trailer.
I definitely watched this. There was like a bunch, like I've never seen really neon like movies, really.
Yeah.
Like I saw like, I didn't even know neon even existed, to be honest.
Until Longlegs.
Yeah, until Longlegs came out. But this theater had before this movie, it had like a bunch of trailers for a bunch of other neon movies.
Yeah.
Like, okay, that's a lot that was coming out.
Finn Wolfhard's got that going on. It's kind of like a parody of like Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
And
then Shelby Oaks is another one, which is a neon.
Which is our favorite film of all time.
Our favorite film of all time,
based
apparently.
on trolls in the comments section. Because we didn't completely hate it.
Yeah.
So that's coming from Neon. There's another film from Osgood Perkins coming out later this year, I think in October, and that was actually the post-credit sequence for this.
So if you're wondering if this has the Marvel stuff, the post-credit scene, it does have it.
Yes and no, because it doesn't actually apply to this film at all. However, it is a trailer for another film, which they did do for whatever movie was right before the first Avengers film. I think it was Captain America.
Oh, yeah.
Captain America's post-credit scene was a trailer for the Avengers movie. So I guess it's a Marvel thing.
Yeah, Marvel thing.
Still a Marvel thing. But it's the next trip from Osgood Perkins. So apparently he's into wackiness.
Is Osgood Perkins mostly do horror? Is that what he...
Yeah, because he's the son of Anthony Perkins, who played Norman Bates in the original Psycho.
Yeah, because I actually didn't watch the end credit scene, because that actually is a bathroom.
Yeah.
Like the guy that was doing the sweet Jesus behind us. He stayed and watched it, I think, or did he leave? Yeah, he stayed and watched it, so.
He was very adamant that we stay in the theater.
Yeah, it's like, I gotta use a bathroom.
He kept telling us, you can't go, there's a post-credit scene. I was like, okay,
It's like, my man, I just drank a gallon of Diet Coke here. I gotta go to the bathroom.
No, you can't.
You gotta go right in your pants.
In the theater says you can't leave.
You gotta go right in your pants now.
You gotta stay here and watch this. So anyway, if you do stay behind, that's what it is. It's a trailer for his next movie.
Yeah, so if you're wanting to know if it's anything to do with the monkey,
no.
I guess you could be like, oh, do I want to stay or not?
Yeah. But it's like an advanced preview. At this point, it's probably on YouTube. So
yeah, probably. Because if they have it already out, they probably have at least started filming, at least, I'd imagine.
Well, it's probably done filming.
Yeah, or doing something along those lines.
Editing or something.
Yeah.
So whatever that movie is, it comes out in October. I can't remember the name of the movie.
Yeah.
But that's basically it for The Monkey.
Yes. It was very enjoyable. I did like it, so.
Yeah, so I would definitely recommend checking it out. So we're off to a pretty decent start for horror. I don't know if it's going to be as good as last year's horror lineup, but so far...
I'm trying to think what other movies is coming out that were...
No, there's always something.
Yeah.
The thing with horror movies, too, is a lot of these movies pop up like a month before they come out in theaters.
Yeah, because Monkey was... Was that promoted for a while? I can't remember. I don't think it was.
I don't remember even hearing about this or Hard Eyes until this past month.
Yeah, because I was like, I didn't know what Hard Eyes even was until it said something like 2 weeks ago or whatever. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I think I mentioned it to you.
Yeah.
because I saw a review about it.
Yeah.
So, same with this one. So I don't know what's coming up in the future, but we'll be sure to check them out. We postponed Captain America twice so we could watch these horror movies, and I think that was a good decision. From what I've heard
That's
about
the
Captain
true horror, is Captain America.
Well, like I told you today, we could watch a horror movie or we could watch a horrible movie.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Although I heard Captain America's not horrible, but it's also not great.
It's like it's Marvel.
It's a true mid film.
Yeah, it's Marvel. It's like it's that Marvel quality,
MCU
which is just
stands for mid,
which is right down the line.
In the true sense of the term.
Yes.
As in like a 5 out of 10, not a 1 out of 10.
Yeah.
People use it for. So anyway, that's basically it for the Monkey. So if you saw the movie, let us know what you thought about it in the comments below. And if you like this video, give us a thumbs up. Consider subscribing for more like this in the future. And you too could feel the strength welling within. See ya.